for another day. We'll something together. Her name is Anna Odobescu. The song is Stay, and there is a sand artist. We've got to talk about it. Are you ready? Let's do this. Find out if you're descended from a sand artist using my heritage. In any case, Moldova has played a blinder on all y'all and including us. If the song isn't good, just hide it with a story in the sand. Yes, pull a Ukraine 2011 and call on Ksenia. She recently placed very high on the global edition of Got Talent. Yeah. Global superstar, Ukrainian star, tells beautiful stories through sand. She did this for Mika Newton in 2011, and she's doing it for Moldova in 2019. I had an interview with the PR person from Ukraine from 2011, and I asked her to explain why they called on the sand artist, and she literally told me, and this is published in the Financial Times so you can read it. She said, our song was bad. It sounded like a telenovela, so we brought in a sand artist to distract the audience from the song. Moldova has taken a note and done that here, and it really works. The sand tells the story of a couple. The woman's like, stay. You see people. You see a tree. You see a cat that becomes a tree. You see flowers. You see the end of a relationship. You see a relationship being born. There is a narrative here that is so touching and so moving and so impressive. Anna, dressed in white, hitting her vocals because she can sing, and she's making this song, what's the word, exceed what it could. It's exceeding expectations. The song is not amazing, but she makes it very strong with her voice.
Yeah, completely. I mean, I think everyone was blown out of the water by this. This is by far, like, one of the best things we've seen today, if not the best. It came out of absolutely nowhere. Although actually what Chris said quite rightly is like, always expect the unexpected from Moldova, and they turn it out with staging. She sounded amazing. A lot of people have been holding back in rehearsals, especially today on day 3. She did not hold back.
No.
She was belting out the notes every time she was singing. There's also, we should mention, a kind of Beauty and the Beast style rose in a glass case, and at the end she throws the rose down on top of the sand table. There's also a glass of wine. So there's Pinot Noir. There's a whole evening fantasy going on. This is fantastic. I think there's no doubt Moldova are going to qualify off the back of this. They are firmly in contention. Just such a good package. This is how you upscale.
This is how you go top 5 when you're not even in the bookies' odds to qualify.
Yeah, this is bottom 5 to top 5 just like that. Yeah. Honestly, that was... And here's the thing. If you saw Mika Newton, you've seen it all before in a way, but it doesn't matter. Most viewers are not going to remember who Mika Newton is. They probably won't even remember that there's ever been sand at Eurovision before. Or if they do, they'll think, it's still a different story. They tell it in a slightly different way. It's just so good. I'm really, really impressed. I think in our Wee Wee Joy video, I was like, no amount of staging can save this. Well, I should. Moldova's staging is always on point. They turned Dorados from No Hope into top 10. This, I think, is going to go even higher. Her vocals were effortless. That's the other thing. Like, the reason why she wasn't holding back, I just think it just comes naturally to her. Yeah. And she was always the strongest part of the national final. Her vocal is amazing. I'm going to be critical here. Mika Newton's vocal, maybe not so great. So now when you combine great vocal, amazing staging, they need to work on some camera cuts. The first time we saw it, it was just all you saw was the back, and she was just very small. They just need to tweak a few things, but so good. Moldova have killed it once again, and I genuinely could see this winning this semi-final now. And considering at the start of the today, I was like, well, this is no hope. This is like 16th, 15th in the semi-final. Like, it's not hyperbole. This is great.
It's emotional. The song is cliche, the lyrics are bad, it's overwrought, overly sentimental, but with the sand, it becomes so moving about this woman. Please stay. And that story comes through so clearly. And also she uses lots of natural symbols, trees, cats. That's one of Ksenia's strengths, is telling complicated stories, fish, in simple ways, roses. It really blooms, and you get the tingles. And the song becomes a soundtrack to the staging, in a way, as opposed to the stage becoming a backdrop to the song, but it works.
Yes. I mean, the Mika Newton thing, ancient history at this point. Who remembers? It's 8 years ago now.
So 20-somethings were 12.
2011. So, just ancient history, 99% of people will not recognize this. this is just so good from Moldova.
I know there are going to be people who are like, it's a song contest, it's not about the staging, but it's also called working with what you have.
Yeah.
And she probably was the best act in the Moldovan national final in the end, and they've worked with it. They have improved the song. The revamp did make it better.
Yeah.
Yes, it's still dated, and yes, it's still very cheesy, and we've heard it before, and we've even seen the staging before, but as a package together, it works.
Do what you can with what you have.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. The Eurovision Song Contest, yes, there's a song, but it's a TV spectacle. We are here to be entertained, and Moldova is doing what? Entertaining, honey! In any case, that's what we think.
What do you think?
Are you ready to play in the sand with Ksenia and the singer Anna Odobescu? Let us know here on wiwibloggs.
Make sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. They're not in those places, but...
And follow us on the live stream and at wiwibloggs on all social media channels for all the latest and greatest updates from Eurovision 2019.
And don't put your head in the sand. Learn about your family's history with My Heritage. We'll see you later. Bye!